next speaker is Miss Vanessa Agris, or we fondly call her Miss Isay. She will be discussing with us chaos theory in a fast-changing world of work and career counseling challenges. So allow me to read and introduce her to you. So currently, Ms. Isay Agris engaged in various professional development and volunteer opportunities. She's one of the counselors under Intercare Chiropractic Center Incorporated and a volunteer under Mental Health First Response or MHFR, wherein she provides emotional peer support and other mental health support services. She also volunteers under In Touch Community Services Incorporated in various capacities. Additionally, she is the partner for social engagement and impact in LEAD or LEAD to Thrive Leadership and Management Consultancy. She recently retired as a coordinator at the Career and Placement Office of De La Salle College of St. Benilde. As coordinator, she facilitated the transition of Benildean graduates to their professional careers and networked with various industry, government, and organizational stakeholders to foster career entry of graduates. She provided services such as career coaching, conduct seminars, and workshops for career awareness and life skills development, as well as promoting inclusion in education and in the workplace for differently abled talents. In her more than 10 years of human resource experience, she has played several HR supervisory roles in various major players in the education, manpower, and retail industries. In addition, she delves into research in her field of specialization. She has been tasked to coach employees, provide employees counseling for productivity and engagement, and promote well-being of employees. Isay took her bachelor's degree at Pamantasan Lungsod ng Maynila, where she also completed the academic requirements for MA in Psychology degree. In April of 2018, she finished her MA in Counseling at De La Salle University, Manila. She also completed the Filipino Sign Language Learning Program from Benilde. Last September 2018, she passed the licensure exam for guidance counselors, garnering the top 9 spot. Last November 2020, Isay is elected as a corporate secretary of Philippine Association for Counselor Education, Research, and Supervision, or PACERS. And concurrently, Isay also serves as a secretary of the Career Development Association of the Philippines, or CDAP. She previously served as a post of a board of director, where she was also tasked likewise as an assistant treasurer in previous years. She is a regular member of the Psychological Association of the Philippines and Philippine Guidance and Counseling Association. She is also a member of the Asia Pacific Career Development Association, Career Development Network, and Association of Placement Practitioners of College and Universities, or APCU. A lifelong learner, Isay has been sharing her know-how in financial literacy through the Cash Flow 101 seminar workshop that she conducted. She's also passionate in promoting her advocacy for career development and mental health in the Philippines. So ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce to you, or let's all welcome, Miss Isay Agris.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Miss Isay.
Good morning, and welcome to our second learning session for today. So we already did two parts of chaos theory of careers. So we had a talk last year during our convention, and then we did a webinar on chaos theory of career. So basically, we already have a knowledge, no, an overview of the chaos theory of careers. What is it all about? No? Next slide po, please. Thank you. So for today, what we are going to do is to simply review, no, um, give you a brief review of what case theory is, and also what are the programs and interventions. No? So we know that case theory was developed by Jim Bright, no, and Robert Pryor. Next slide po, please. Okay. As a sort of the frustrations, no, of the person fit environment theories, no, it they thought it limiting in terms of providing opportunities and options for the clients, no, or the students, in terms of career development and finding their niche, no, in the market. So they developed this chaos theory of careers. Okay? So Pryor and Jim Bright, no, they also base the theories from the chaos theory, no, which is a mathematical concept. So it's very, very technical. So they use that to explain how we as an individual are dynamic, operating in a dynamic system as well. So we are, as a person, constantly changing, and we are also influenced and are influencing the dynamic, the complex, and continuously changing environment that we belong to or that we live in. Okay? Next slide, please. So just to give you a brief of review, no. So these are the four attractors or the most common issues, no, of our clients. No. So first is the point or the goal attractor, wherein the client usually have a single focused career goal. No. So I want to be a doctor. So I will do everything I have to do just to become a doctor. Even if sometimes it's no longer practical, sometimes there are limitations to achieving that particular goal. So we have to um, somehow, no, try and persuade our client to look for opportunities outside of that particular goal. Okay? So the next naman would be the pendulum, no? Or shifting from one to another career objectives. This is where they have difficulty deciding the path that they will be taking, no? Because sometimes it's quite difficult to do both. No, so they really have to choose, and they have difficulty choosing a particular career objective or a career path. Okay. And then the next is the Taurus, no, yung routine. It's like a race car, no. So paikot-ikot lang siya. There may be changes, no. Like if you watch Formula 1 or yung MotoGP, no, it's a race, 'di ba? May iba-iba siyang track. They go from one country to another, the track changes, no? May mga turns, may mga straights, and the rules sometimes changes as well, no? Like for this country, these are the rules. For this country, these are the rules. But it's still, no, it's repetitive. There's no change. It's like a cycle. Okay? You just go around and around. But because you felt comfortable already in that particular uh, role that you have, no? So, kumbaga parang, eto na yan, dito na ako eh. So, why would I change? And there's some little change naman, no? Like, may mga certain tasks naman na hindi iba. However, no, if you look at the big picture, meron pa ring routine, no, doon sa iyong um, task, no, that sometimes you fail to see. Okay? And then the next is the strange attractors. No, this is more of a open system kind of thinking that however it becomes an attractor, no, it becomes limiting in the way we react to that. No, sometimes we are not open to the opportunities that come to us. No, so these are the four attractors. Basically, no, from the chaos theory of careers, these are the issues or the main issues of our clients. Okay. Next slide, please. Okay. So we have to understand that careers are messy and we have to wallow on the mess. So this is what kumbaga a premise no of chaos theory of careers. No? It's a process. It's a continuous process. Okay? But we also have to kumbaga remind our clients that career development is a lifelong process. No, it is a series of paid and unpaid activities. No, we study, no, we learn, no, so education, we work, no, which is paid, and sometimes we do volunteer work, which is unpaid. So these are activities that make up who we are. No, so career development is lifelong and it doesn't begin in high school. It doesn't begin in college. It begins as early as elementary, di ba? Sometimes nga, 3 years old pa lang, tinatanong na natin, no? What, kumbaga, anong gusto mo paglaki mo? Di ba? We often hear those questions, no? We often ask yung mga bata, no? Anong gusto mo paglaki mo? Or minsan nakikita na natin sila, magiging teacher ito. Or, magiging police ito. Or bagay sa kanya tong maging teacher, bagay sa kanya maging lawyer. No? Minsan may mga ganun tayong no, as a parent or as a teacher or as an observer, no, may mga ganun tayong um, perception or impressions. No? So it starts doon pa lang sa question na yun. It already, kumbaga, jump starts the career development of a child or a person. No? And next slide po. Yeah. So what we are trying to achieve no in career counseling using the chaos theory is for our clients to develop open systems thinking, wherein they accept no, the crucial role of chance, embracing chance events, not limiting their options, and seeking out new opportunities. No, so we try to get them out of that funk, no, yung let go of the attractors. Okay? Um, if you can recall, no, di ba sa playground, usually meron siya yung monkey bars. Di ba? We have to learn to let go in order to for us to be able to reach out. No? Di ba yung sa monkey bars, kung nakakapit ka lang dun sa isang bar, hindi mo matatapos yung buong ano na yon, no? Yung kumbaga yung ano tawag ito, yung lahat ng levels na yon, no? So you have to let go of the monkey bars that you're holding. No, kahit gaano siya kataas, kahit gaano ka nakakatakot, no? You have to let go of that. You have to let go of what you are holding on, reach out to the next bar so that you can finish the whole kumbaga race, no? So open systems thinking is being able to let go, no? And accepting the fact that there are influences and that there are triggers in our environment that we have to accept, we have to take on as an opportunity. Okay? And the other goal is for us to see patterns, no? Out of the random events in our lives, sabi nga, out of chaos comes, there is an order, no? Out of chaos. So, emergence, no? We want the clients to see the patterns or identify the patterns, no? Out of the seemingly random events. So parang bang, di ba meron tayong tinatawag na 6 degrees of separation, no? Yung mga ganon na connectivity, connections na we might not be, uh, be are aware of, no? Hindi tayo aware na, ay, meron palang connection ito, or it may appear random for us, but when you look deeply, meron palang pattern that leads us to where we are right now. Okay. So next slide, please. Yeah, so basically, this is the chaos theory counseling process. So there are several steps. Okay, so this is a slide that I got from Professor Jim Bright. No, um, so first, what help is sought? What are the expectations? Work out what really matters now. Keep the mind open to opportunities, and then try and generate several possibilities, and expect that some of the possibilities will fail. So this is how or where we are, no? Yung crucial role natin as counselors or coaches, no? When the possibilities that our clients have come up with fails, no? So what happens next, no? So make failure survivable. Okay? So kumbaga, we are there to guide them, no? Not just to look for opportunities, but to also realize that failure can be a good thing. Okay? And then seek and examine feedback to learn what works and what does not. Okay? And then utilize what works and examine what has emerged, no, from out of those uh, trial and errors. New learnings have they gained? No? And then combine and add as seems likely to improve career prospects, and then go back to the process. So it's a long process if you're really going to do it step by step. No, but due to our limited time, no, I kind of created my own take of the chaos theory counseling process. So I call this the order. Next slide, please. And so, as we go along, no, we will be discussing some programs and possible interventions. No? So, pinag-isa na natin, no, explaining the order and the programs and interventions. Okay, so, next slide po. Ay, miss pa, pindot na lang ng tuloy-tuloy. Naka-ano siya, naka-animate. No? So, yeah, no? So, yung order, again, no, it's a origin story. Okay. And then R is for reality check, D is for do, E is for empower, and R is for resilience. So this is my own personal take, no, of the career, the chaos theory counseling process. Okay. Next slide po, please. Okay, so origin story, no? So basically, we ask our clients, no, what are your plans or goals? And sometimes we also have to ask, are we the right fit, no, for the client? No, do we have the 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 right qualities or qualifications to be able to assist our clients? No, because sometimes there are, 'di ba, in counseling hindi naman lahat ng clients kaya nating i-serve, or we are we have the necessary qualifications to serve that particular client. So um aside from asking the clients, no, what are your plans or goals, we also ask ourselves as a counselor, are we the right fit? No, are we the right person to guide and help this client achieve that particular goal? Next slide po ulit. Okay. So, in chaos theory of career counseling, no, meron siyang convergent and emergent properties, no? So, as a person, meron tayong convergent which is shared, no? Like intelligence, skills, which is kumbaga predictable and replicable, no? These are um puwedeng matutunan, puwede nating maipasa 'no, these are transferable, and yung emergent naman is neither predictable nor replicable because these are, complex interactions 'no, these are the influences or the influencers in, the person's life 'no. So, the next slide po will clearly explain 'no, ano yung mga, um possible interventions 'no, to learn yung mga conversion, qualities 'no or yun yung mga vocational interest, so yung mga plans, labor knowledge 'no, labor market knowledge 'no. 'Pag emergent naman, pattern identification, stories, narratives, preoccupations, personal influences 'no, like family, values, uh kumbaga societal norms, cultural norms, no? Family values, beliefs, systems, even our spirituality, no? Um, can influence, no? Yung ating, kumbaga can give us also an insight into the emergent properties of a person. Okay? Next slide po. And so this is like a quadrant, no? Um, meron siyang mga possible symptoms 'no, 'pag high yung, ah, ano mo 'no, convergent and, ah, low naman yung emergent 'no, nagkakaroon siya ng frustrations, lack of directions 'no. So meron siyang mga, um, pagka low convergent, low emergent 'no, so hindi mo alam kung ano yung mga, um values mo, yung skills mo, yung interest mo, hindi mo rin alam kung sino ba yung nakaka-influence sa'yo, 'no, when you try to decide on your career. So, you feel lost, you, have a sense of pointlessness, 'no. So, ano yung possible interventions, 'no, mga interest assessment, ability assessments, 'no. 'Pag high naman yung convergent qualities, pero low yung awareness of the emergent qualities, 'no? You have a sense of lack of direction, no? You like a headless chicken, you don't know what you're doing or where you're going. So we try to do some interventions, no? Um, we try to let them explore their values, no? What do they find um, important for them? No? So what would become the motivation? No? Sometimes we have to ask them, what's in it for you? Why do you want to do this particular thing? No? And with ito, no, exploration, volunteer work. Baka hindi mo alam, no, yung when they do their volunteer work, 'di ba, in schools, lalo na in college or senior high school, may mga programs wherein they do mga outreach programs, they do volunteer work, 'di ba, may mga gano'ng opportunities in school. Sometimes that's where they find their passion, no? It can be outside of the course that they have, no, or the major that they have. But sabi nga natin, no, transcending na 'no, yung mga skills, it doesn't matter na what your course are. What's important is that you are able to do the task assigned to you, okay? So, likewise 'no, pagka high naman yung, um, the emergent and then low yung, anong tawag nito, low yung convergent 'no, this is where we do confirming 'no, skills and abilities assessment, um, how to reach that particular dream. And it's important yung reality checking, no? Um, knowing where you are right now and what is the truth, no? What is the practicality of your course, no? And then here, pag high, both high yung emergent and convergent, no? Um, hindi natatapos yung evaluation. You have to continuously reflect on the decisions that you've made and to adapt. Kasi yung yun nga ginagalawan natin na environment, it's complex, it's dynamic. So it is continuously changing. Hindi mo masasabi na, okay, nandito ka na, hanggang diyan ka na lang din. No? Natapos ka, nabuhay ka, nag-start ka ng job mo, nandyan ka na lang din. No? So you have to continuously reflect and reinvent yourselves. No? Kasi there will, no, wag naman sana, but there might come circumstances na hindi mo masasabi that would, you're like hitting a brick wall, no? Bigla ka na, bigla in your, in a point in your career, no, you hit a brick wall, tapos when you stop developing, when you stop evolving, then you will be stuck, no? So you will not have, um, the mindset to adapt to whatever it is that happens in your life, no? Yung current circumstance that happens, no? No, mai-stuck ka na doon. Okay? Next slide, please. Yan. So first, no, so again, no, we do a reality check. This is now where we, sabi nga ni Doc Art kanina, no, radical acceptance. No, this is now where we tell our clients the truth. What is out there? No, and what is your circumstance that would probably prevent you from pursuing this goal? No? But we also have to soften the blow. No? Minsan kasi may mga clients tayo that we have to hold hands, no, hold their hand and guide them. In yun nga, no, in, di ba, in DBT, no, yung radical acceptance, um, it's a process, no? So, hindi, may mga clients din na hindi rin madali sa kanilang tanggapin na, hindi pala pwede ito for me. Now, this might not be the right path for me. So may mga ganun, no? Especially if they're kumbaga yung attractor nila, no, is the single goal, no? Na ito yung gusto kong path eh, tapos they realize na ay hindi pala pwede, no? So reality check, okay? Just let them see ano ba yung, no? Dito pumapasok yung what are the necessary skills, no? Next slide po, Miss Franz. No? So, ano ba yung necessary skills, no? Education and training, no? The experience that you have, no? Minsan nga, di ba, I'm not sure if you have heard of this, no? Yung parang chicken and egg na paano ako magkakaroon ng work experience kung hindi mo ako i-hire, no? Tanong ng applicant. Sabi naman ng HR, we only want someone with experience. Pero tanong nga ni applicant, paano nga? No? So, where would you gain possible experience, no? So pwedeng mag-volunteer work, pwedeng mag part-time job, no? Pwede rin namang kumbaga entrepreneurial mindset, no? You put up your own business. The experience naman not necessarily, especially in this time, no? Hindi na siya necessary na related sa course, no? Sometimes you gain this particular experience so that you can develop this particular skill, no? Minsan yun yung panglaban mo eh pag sinabi wala ka na ma-experience eh, but I have that particular skills. I may not be able to have the necessary background, no, in this particular field, but I have the skills that you call for, no, and that would also help me in performing the job, no? Kumbaga, opening the mindset din ng client natin. Kasi minsan, lalo na nga, pagka single goal sila na, ito yung course ko, ito dapat yung trabaho ko. No? But sometimes, hindi nangyayari yung gano'n, no? Minsan, sa field of work mo, especially now, di ba, may mga industries that may not be present in the next 5 or 10 years. May mga jobs that may no longer be relevant, no, in the next 5 or 10 years. So, um, nangyayari na minsan may mga certain courses na usong-uso ngayon, no, which may no longer be relevant. Pagka-graduate nila after 4 years, after 5 years, bigla, teka lang, nawala na yung ganitong course. So what will you do, no? Um, Siyempre, no, the university, the industry, no, the government have to collaborate, no, para kumbaga they are all in the same page, no. Ano ba yung i-offer na courses? Ano ba yung possible trabaho na pagka-graduate ba nito after 4 or 5 years, meron pa siyang mapupuntahang industry, meron pa siyang mapupuntahan na trabaho, no? And of course, the government in terms of policies, in terms of, di ba, yung mga qualifications framework, in terms of government ng Philippines working with government of other countries, no, yung mga, 'di ba, licensure, yung mga kumbaga, anong tawag nito, yung license mo pwede mong gamit, no, in other countries, no, yung kumbaga mutual ano, no, benefit from one country to another. So yung mga ganon, no, the scenario that you are currently facing, um what will you do, no, in the, if this is what is happening right now? This is your course, these are the skills that you have, but this is the reality, this is the scenario, no. The pandemic, di ba, has thrown us all in a loop, no. It has forced us to adapt and face something that we never thought could happen, di ba? Like for me, no, I've been working in Binil, in the placement office. I never thought that uh, I will be retired. No, parang sa akin, continuous pa rin yung work ko, pero biglang nangyari, no? So, if I did not adapt, then di mag-stuck ako dun sa, no? I would wallow on self-pity, I would be not pursuing, no, learning opportunities, volunteer opportunities, na nandun na ako, I will be stuck in that particular rut na, ito yung gusto kong trabaho, ito yung gusto kong kumpanya, so anong gagawin ko na, ganyan, no? So, this is the reality, no? So, tayo, no, as a counselor, we have to also be the anchor, no, ng ating client. No, sometimes, yun na nga, no, we tell them the truth na ito yung scenario, no, ito yung possibility na makita mo in you know in the current situation, circumstances that we're in. Ito yung personal circumstances mo. Sometimes, 'di ba, may mga certain courses na mahal, no? And hindi mo ka makakuha ng scholarship because hindi ka pasok doon sa criteria, no? Um, may mga certain courses na you don't have the necessary skill set, necessary, uh, in terms of intelligence. Gano'n, no? Minsan gano'n talaga, eh. Hindi kaya ng utak, hindi kaya ng bulsa, hindi kaya ng katawan, no? So, we have to really, hold hands, no? Yung client natin to tell them na, this might not be the path for you, okay? So, reality checking. Yun nga, no? Sabi nga ni Doc Art kanina, radical acceptance. And we have to be the guiding light, no, ng client natin. Of course, no, together with the parents, um, kasi akala natin pag college, hindi, ligtas na tayo sa PTA, no? So hindi, di ba? As counselors, we also have to still be collaborating with no, the parents and other support network nung client, no? Para din matulungan sila to accept where they are right now, what's happening right now. And And that will also open them up, no, open their mindset to have that open systems thinking, wherein you will now think of other possible no, outcomes of the current situation that you have. Kasi 'di ba, in career development, hindi lang naman sa school, no? It's a no, kumbaga it's a collaboration, no, ng parents, ng teachers, ng counselors, even no sa industry, no, 'di ba? We network with industries. Um, Sabi nga ni Doc Art, 'di ba, nagpupunta siya sa mga HR, no? So it's continuous collaboration. So yung mga influences in our clients' lives, hindi lang siya school, hindi lang siya peers, no? May mga roles din na piniplay yung iba't ibang ano, and these are the people who can help us soften the blow, no? Cushion the client in terms of accepting reality, especially if it is a bitter pill to swallow. Especially if it is something that they might not want to hear. Diba? Especially kung, knock on wood, diba? May mga accidents, diba? We hear of, diba, mga stories where dancers nagka-injury or athletes na nagka-injury that they weren't able to pursue the career that they wanted. No? So, reality check. Okay? Next slide po. Yan. So we're supposed to have a breakout pero medyo ba, in the interest of time, no? So this is one of the exercise that you can ask, no? You can do. You can do one-on-one, pwede rin siyang group, no? Um, ano lang, no? Just four questions that you can go to gymbright.com/test. So meron siyang reality checking inventory, no? So pwede niyo siyang i-check out. I think it's free, pero meron siyang limited na attempts lang, parang 4 or 5 attempts ka lang, no? Ibig sabihin 4 or 5 times mo lang pwedeng i-take yung test. After that, may bayad na, no? Yan. So these are some questions, no, that you can actually ask your client to, kumbaga, preparing them in terms of uh, accepting the change, no? Opening their eyes into the other possibilities and learning the role of chance, no? Um, yung bang opening up, no? Having that open systems thinking, no? So, question, have you ever made a decision with an unintended outcome? What was it? Have you ever felt you were in the right place at the right time? No, where was it? As it had event you didn't plan for had a big impact on your life? No, what was it? Have events outside your control ended up being important to you? So these are some questions that you can use. No? So hindi na natin siya i-breakout session. No? So you can uh, take note of this. No? Um, you can also answer this yourself. So, kumbaga, parang reflection question mo din as a counselor. Huh? Yan. Okay, so next slide po. Ako yung nawala sa screen. Okay. The questions that those first questions may make the client realize that chance may have already played a crucial role in their development. Baka meron ng mga chance events, hindi lang nila pa na-identify or di lang nila naintindihan how important are chance events, no, in their in the development, hindi lang sa career but also in their lives. Okay? Next slide po. Yeah, no? So the next is do, no? In order, no? Next is do. In do, no, what our goal would be to identify the patterns, see the emerging order and correct maladaptive patterns. So this is now where we try to make to get the insights of our clients and what are the things that make them not pursue opportunities. Kumbaga, identifying maladaptive patterns, no? So, saan ba nanggagaling yung mga limiting uh, decisions, attitudes, behaviors ng clients natin, no? So, ito yung mga possible, no? Mind mapping, asking them to draw a lifeline, no? So, just to, just to identify lang. Kumbaga, the goal here is for the client lang to understand na, okay, out of what happened in my life, ito pala yung pwede. Ito pala yung pattern. Ito pala yung um, ito na pala yung takbo ng buhay ko, no? So, mind mapping, lifeline, no? Writing metaphors or stories, doing a collage, no? Even yung genograms, no? Minsan, careers in my family, di ba? Simulan mo sa lolo, lola, aunties, no? Parents, tapos pwede mo lagyan ng what made them decide, no? Na even ano yung mga naging obstacles or obstructions in pursuing parang ano dapat yung career ni nanay. Pero bakit ito na ngayon yung naging trabaho niya? Or is this something ba na talagang pinursu ni mother or ni father, no, ng kapatid ko, no? So para din maintindihan nila, no, ito pala yung mga ano, no, mga uh, careers in my family. No? So sa genogram, actually when I did my personal genogram, doon ko na-realize na, pamilya pala kami ng teachers, ng SIMA, no? Uh, may mga ano pala, may mga certain courses pala na, siya pala ang kauna-unahang accountant sa pamilya namin. Siya pala ang kauna-unahang HR sa pamilya namin. No, so just to look at lang, no, the 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 patterns to see the influences in a client's life, no? Next slide po. Yeah, no. So this is a chaos reality checklist. No, this is a free resource, no, assessment. As again, no, yung link, yung gymbright.com/test. You just have to register, free naman siya. So ito yung mga possible questions, no. So this is lang to check, no, kung saan nanggagaling yung difficulties ng client. So next slide po. No, possible assessment or inventories, no, that you can use. Next slide po, Miss um, Miss Franz. Yeah, no? So irrational beliefs, no? Okay. And ay balik po. Sorry. Then next slide po.
Tama ba? Irrational beliefs ba?
Opo. Tapos next slide po, Miss, yung mga
Yan, this,
inventories.
ayan, okay. Yan.
Yeah. So, ito, no? So, this is for us lang to identify saan ba nanggagaling yung difficulties ng client. No? So, these are standardized, of course, syempre, RPM tayo, no? So, these are standardized, no? Tests or assessments that you can use. No? So, importante na malaman natin why the client, no? Kasi sabi ko nga kanina, are we the right person? Are we also providing the right intervention? No? Kasi sometimes the clients have difficulty decision making, identifying their career paths because they lack information. So ano din yung intervention natin pwede natin gawin. So next naman, they can decide because of some issues, 'di ba? May mga underlying issues, no? So 'di ba dun sa ano ni Doc Art kanina yung wellness niya, no? Hindi lang siya occupational, no? May mental issues, may physical, no? May emotional. So saan nanggagaling yung difficulty ng clients, no? It's also important to kumbaga make the client realize, no? Um, na also, no, for the support system, for us as counselors, for the parents especially, no, that sometimes the clients are programmed to be who they are, no? Minsan, naitanim na eh. Bata pa lang naitanim na ikaw ay magiging doktor. Ikaw ay magiging lawyer. Okay? Ikaw ay magiging accountant or whatever happens, minsan nagiging matigas talaga, no? Na whatever happens, magiging doktor ka or ikaw yung magmamana ng business natin, no? Sometimes our clients are programmed, no? Program, quote unquote, to be who they can be, no? Who they are and who they can be, no, in the future. So, nagiging stuck siya doon, no? So, it's important for us to realize that this may be the circumstance ng client natin and how do we get out of that, no? So again, it's a collaboration, no? Um, I'm not sure if, no, if you remember yung kanta na reflection, no, sa Mulan. Ah, di ba? Sabi nga dun sa kanta, when will my reflection uh, when will my reflection be? Sorry, nakalimutan ko na yung lyrics. No, so, um, when will my reflection show who I am inside? No? Because sometimes, yung path na tinatahak ng client natin ay path na hindi niya ginawa. Kaya nagkakaroon din siya ng resistance to change. No? Yan. Okay. Ano po, next slide na. Yan, no? So, of course, no, we have to also empower our clients, di ba? We give them yung ano, no, yung the ability to learn, to view risks differently, no? Ito yung magiging counseling goal natin. Put themselves in situations where they can learn more, no? Provide them opportunities, no? Where they can learn more, kumbaga, explore, no, more of their personalities, their attitude, their values, their spiritualities, no, yung mga ano nila, no, environment nila. Okay, so these are some interventions that you can use, no. Lack readiness, meron din yun, lack readiness index, so same site, no, yung gymbright.com test. Okay, pero ito I think may bayad ito, no? And then the solution focused interviewing, no? Let the client identify, 'di ba? In solution focused, we don't really dwell on the problems, but we try and look for yung solutions, no? So we let the client decide, no, ano ba yung gusto mo, and then look at the bigger picture on their own, no? Kumbaga, this is where we let our client take charge na of their own life, na. So next slide po. Yan, no? So we also try to provide, no, psychoeducation to our clients, no, in terms of the circle of control, di ba? There are some instances talaga na or some events that are out of our control, no? So sabi nga ni Jack Canfield, di ba? Event plus reactions equals outcome. So yung reactions is the only thing that we can also control, di ba? Yung reactions natin. So how are we going to look at the opportunities that we have? So we try to encourage our clients and empower them into deciding on their own. No? Sometimes we just have to ask them the question, no? Or we let them ask the question, what's in it for me? No? Why am I trying to change? Why do I want to change? Huh? Why do I would want to accept this chance event in my life? Huh? So there's a good book, yung Triggers, no, ni Marshall Goldsmith. It's a nice read. Hindi naman siya masyadong technical. No? It's a nice read to lang understand how our environment influences our behaviors, our decisions. Okay? So again, no, using emergent and convergent perspectives. So no, yung Who You Are Matters. It's a game. It's may bayad siya na game, no? It's a tool that you can also use. It's a parang card game, no? Around 60 to 100 minutes, mga ganyan, no? 60 to 90 minutes na game, no? It's a card game. Basically asking, the question na, what's next for me? No, after all these circumstances, knowing who I am, knowing the reality, what's next for me? No, what can I do with the opportunities that I have? So yun yung parang objective ng Who You Are Matters na game. No, it's also nakita ko din sa chat, no, yung life narrative. It's also sort of like that, no, yung stories of your life would also make you realize na, ito pala, who I am, what happened in my life has an impact. No, hindi mo siya pwedeng i-dismiss. Kasi a small detail could be the change or could be the trigger, could be the spark of that change that you would want to achieve or kumbaga ito yung magiging goal mo. Ito pala yung mag-lead into that particular change. No? Okay po. Next slide po. No? And then of course, we continuously monitor progress and know when failure has occurred. Okay? So, pag dumating yung failure, are we going to foster further change or to cut our losses na ba? Or kumbaga bitawan na natin tong dream na to and move on to the next, no? Ito, no, the big danger with failing is that all the client's resources are sometimes put into that particular particular uh, avenue na deplete na pag nagkaroon ng failure, na deplete na yung resources niya, hindi niya na ma-allocate sa iba pang opportunity. So this is where we come in as counselors, no, na we try to help them realize na there's still hope, no, that you can still replenish the resources that you have. Maybe you need to take a break, no, do some self-care, no, but keep on fighting, no? Keep on looking for other opportunities. Keep on looking for possible avenues where you can also succeed. Okay? So if you are familiar, no, with the open space principles, ito yung kanyang whoever comes is the right people. Whatever happens is the only thing that could have happened. When it starts, it's the right time. When it's over, it's over. It's more like saying na this is where you are supposed to be. Diba? Sometimes sabi nga natin, hindi mo maiisip na, ay, eto pala yung ano ko, no? 'Di ba? When 'di ba minsan, I don't know, hindi kasi ako nagka-camping 'no. Pero 'di ba minsan or hiking 'no, 'di ba? Parang ang pangit-pangit nung trail tapos pag akyat mo doon, pag when you reach the peak or the summit, 'di ba? Parang, ay, it's worth it pala. Kasi eto pala dapat yung nakikita ko. So eto pala yung buhay na dapat meron ako, 'no? Hindi ko pa lang siya nakikita. Kasi na-stuck ako doon, no? Yung isang book ni Marshall Goldsmith, no? Yung uh, um, what got you here won't get you there, no? Um, Sinasabi niya na sometimes we have skills and habits that may have worked for us in the past, no? Which may no longer work for us in the future because of that particular chance event or circumstance na nangyari. So whatever worked before may no longer be working for this particular situation. It may no longer be applicable, no? So um sometimes, 'di ba, we look at failures as something negative. Diba? Pero sabi nga natin, failures makes us stronger. It makes us be creative. It makes us tap that problem-solving capability in our brains, di ba? It makes us think, makes us become critical, di ba? And then we realize na, this is where I am supposed to be, no? Whoever is in my life now are the people that should be in my life because they are the ones who will help me achieve what I wanted to achieve. No, these are the people who will help me with my goals. Um, like for me, no, I wasn't able to finish my masters. So I was so frustrated. Parang I'm moving on with my career, ganyan, ganyan. Pero may something akong unfinished business. And then there comes the opportunity to study counseling. So this is the right time pala for me to finish my MA. Kasi I'm more matured, I'm more invested, no? I realized na this is pala the right time. No, it may have taken me how many years, no? I was, ano ba, 40, 39 when I took my um, licensure exam, no? So, talagang sabi ko, parang ako lang yata yung, sa mga classmates ko, when I took my MA counseling, I'm I'm older than my professor. I have two, three professors that I'm older than them, no? Tapos sa klase, ko lang din yung pinakamatanda, no? Tapos parang, so what made you choose, ganyan, no? What made you decide? So parang iba yung first day of classes, getting to know you. Minsan naiiyak akong I'm Isay, I'm 39 years old. Tapos makita mo yung teacher mo, 25, no? 26. Okay. No, kasi parang no, yun na nga, when it starts is the right time, no? And when it's over. So again, no, you have to let go. No? Na no? So you have to let go. So you can use your hand holding on to other things, no? Yan. So next slide. So resilience and adaptability. No? Being comfortable enough with uncertainty. So ito naman yung ating counseling goals. No? For our clients to become comfortable enough with uncertainty so that they are open to exploration. recognize that even with change, there is consistency. And of course, ensuring that we do not create new anxiety, no, regarding changes. Again, no, we have to soften the blow. We have to guide our clients. If we have to hold their hands, no, um, these are some no interventions from the point of view of chaos theory of counseling, no. So, kasi sometimes, no, nagiging stuck tayo, especially, sabi nga ni Marshall Goldsmith, no, yung pitfalls, no, of success. Sometimes, the success that we've had becomes our point of delusion, no? Minsan, naging successful naman ako, bakit ba? Nung high school ako, achiever ako eh. So, I can also be an achiever in college. No? So, nagkakaroon tayo ng confidence. But sabi nga, no, what you did may not work for you. No? Your habits, your skills that you used in the past or that you were doing in the past may no longer be uh, applicable. No? So, you have to learn to adapt. Okay? Kasi minsan, sabi nga, may mga people who have become achievers, who have become successful, that they think that they can be successful in all aspects. And they sometimes forget to um, reflect on, what got them there, no? And sometimes they become resistant to change na. Eto naging successful naman na ako eh. So, why would I change, no? So, bakit nga ba, no? Why would you change, no? So this is where we can use, no, yung motivational interviewing. Kumbaga, we push that button, no? Yung tanong na, what's in it for me? No, why would you change? So, why would you be doing this, no? So, push that button. So, sometimes may mga, di ba, in yung mga motivations natin for work, di ba? We work because we want recognition, we want, of course, financial, no, independence. We work because, kumbaga, di ba, nagkakaroon tayo ng connotation na, oh, this is the prestigious job, no? Job title. Prestigious kasi, di ba? Oh, wow, doc. Lalo na, no? The norms we have, no? We're still living in that, no? In that, um, mga perceptions, no? Na, pag doktor, pag lawyer, wow, no? Tapos pag may narinig ka na ganito na, okay, yan lang. Yan yung ano mo. Okay, no? And sometimes you measure ourselves from that, no? But kumbaga hindi na ito yung ano mo, yung gauge mo. Yung gauge mo na ngayon is how well can you as a client, as a person, no? Kumbaga, you help your client realize na how well can you step up, okay? Without, no? Without closing your doors, no? Kumbaga, being open to whatever possibilities, adapting to the changes around you. No? Kasi minsan, siguro, meron sa atin, hindi lang mga clients natin, hindi lang mga bata, no? Hindi lang mga college, may mga clients tayo from the industry, no? Na nahihirapan sila to accept the changes and to move on because of close-mindedness, no? Minsan yun yung nagiging nagiging limitations nila, no? It's not their abilities, no, but it's the the attitude, no, the mindset. So we have to be resilient, no, so that we can withstand whatever it is, no. So hindi naman lahat ng possible scenarios na naisip natin would really work, no. So we have to be resilient. We have to also be adaptable. Okay? So sabi nga natin, no, when we want to change, we either create a new you, diba? Um, you can also try to eliminate what it is that you want to let go of, no? Old habits, bad habits, no? People, sometimes toxic people in your lives, you also have to let go of those, no? Let go of the hurt, no? Sometimes, especially if it's a circumstance like for me, no? It wasn't my choice to be transferred to the career and placement office. I was in human resource, but I was transferred. So I have to let go of that hurt, no? And I have to adapt. Sabi ko nga, um, I haven't dealt with the younger population, no? Kasi when I started work, ano na, HR na kagad, no? So more on, ano na talaga, no? Mga employees, no? Yung mga ages nila is 21 above, no? So when I was transferred in career and placement office, um, sabi ko, anong gagawin ko dito? Tapos, mga estudyante pa, naku, Diyos me, yung mga pamangkin ko nga lang, uubos yung pasensya ko, di ba? So, parang paano ba? So, I have to learn to adapt. So, I have to create, no, a new me. Okay? And I also have to, kumbaga tayo din, no, we can also preserve what it is, no, that is working for us. And at the same time, eliminate what does not work anymore. No? And of course, no, again, nandun yung acceptance. No, accept the realities, the changes. No? Um, parang ang pinaka-ano mo lang is do not resist change because it is constant in your life. And if you keep on resisting instead of adapting, you would end up only, hurting yourself, hurting your chances, and not achieving that goals that you've set out for yourself. Okay. Um, yeah, no. So, uh, one easiest way to look at changes and to look at consistency in changes is yung exercise, no, of signing the name. Okay. Um, if you have piece of paper or writing materials, no, try and ito yung ano no, isa sa pinaka-famous na exercise ni Jim Bright, no, in chaos theory, no, signing your name. Try to sign your name, no. Do it 10 times. Okay? So, if you have your writing materials, if you want to try it, no, so sign your name. Okay? 10 times. No? So, makikita mo may mga subtle differences, 'di ba? Like for me, minsan hindi talaga consistent. Kaya nga, 'di ba, sa bank, meron siyang specimen signature. Pinapasign ka 3 times kasi iba't ibang configuration, no? But still, no, may consistency. Saan ka nagsimula? Like ako, when I sign my name, no, yung A, nag-start ako sa pinakababa, tapos ilulup ko siya. Makita mo yung letter G ko, yung letter Z ko, no, meron siyang loop. So, basically, no, nag-iiba man yung pagpirma mo, meron pa rin, no, at the core of you, no? Parang yun eh, yung at the core of you, there may be changes, pero at the core of you, there is still consistency, no? Who you are as a person. And yun yung magiging anchor mo, no? Yung values mo, no? Yung spirituality, kumbaga siya yung magiging compass mo eh, no? No matter which direction you take, no matter the changes in your life, no matter your resistance or acceptance of the change, you have that core in you that would become your anchor, that would become your compass, kumbaga yung North Star mo, no? So ano ba siya? Ano ba yung values mo? Sino ka ba as a person? No? Um, nandun yung pumapasok yung hope, no? Optimism, no? Yung positivity, okay? And yung spirituality, no? Because of course, no, when you believe in a higher being, when you believe in something that is beyond, no, the physical realm, no, that you are currently in, you tend to realize and reflect more na, oh, this is not all my doing, no? Sometimes you take a path, nagiging stuck tayo dun sa, okay, eto yung gusto kong tahakin. But, sometimes this is not all you're doing, no? Um, Sometimes there are circumstances, hindi pa lang natin siya nakikita, no? Hindi pa lang natin nare-realize yung bigger picture. Okay? Ah, Next slide po. Miss France. Next slide po. Yan, no? So, of course, no, yung feedback, continuously, no, kailangan natin yung feedback, no? There are other names for feedback, feed forward, feedback, no? But still, no, ang goal natin dito is for the client to build on the success. And part ng self-care, self-compassion is patting himself at the back, congratulating himself, realizing na I've grown, no? I've I've learned something else. I've grown, no? So, and from this step, no, what is next for me? Okay? Next slide po. No? So, what is known now that is new? Okay, and how can I use these new insights and information? Okay, so um, I'm teaching, no, part-time sa PLM, and I'm handling understanding the self. So we just finished yung philosophical perspective, no, of the self. So meron siyang no, tuturo ko lang, nalimutan ko na, di ba? Yung knowing that and knowing how. So nakalimutan ko kung sino yung philosopher. Patawarin, no? But so meron siyang gano'n, no, yung knowing what and knowing how, no? So yung kanyang point of view is knowing knowing that, no? So ano yung mga bagay na alam mo? Ano yung mga information, data na meron ka? And knowing how is how you're going to use those information to perform, to develop skills, abilities that will propel you into realizing, no? So, syempre, and realizing your true self, no? Coming up with your personal identity. Using it in career, no? Knowing that, no? Knowing the information that you have right now is uh, not enough. No, you have to know how you're going to use that. Especially with the point, kumbaga yung perspective natin, no, yung mindset natin that we are, a dynamic individual, no, our life is complicated, no, so we always have to become a lifelong learner. Diba? Kumbaga yung dapat constant sa isip natin na we are a lifelong learner. Hindi natatapos yung pagkatuto. Hindi lang in terms of academics or skills, no? But also self-awareness. So, hindi natatapos yung reflection, hindi natatapos yung building on our identity, our self-concept, no? Hindi siya natatapos. There may be somewhere in our development, no, 'di ba? Developmental psychologist. At this certain point, book ka na as a person. Pero hindi ka natatapos, no? Your socialization, your interaction with the environment, and influence of the environment in your life, hindi siya din natatapos. No? As long as you're alive, you are changing. as long as you are alive, you have the capacity to learn, not just academically, intellectually, no, not just in terms of skills, but also learn more about who you are as a person. So, um, ano siya, no, kumbaga continuous talaga siya. Sabi nga natin, no, career development is a lifelong process. Okay? Ah, so even 'di ba yung mga veterans no sa ibang bansa no, meron sa kanila yung mga career counseling for retirees or for yung mga veterans no, yung mga ano yun, mga military no na bumabalik sa civilian life no. So um then 'di ba meron tayong mga ano no, sa mga retirees ngayon no. So yung mga unemployed no. So um ito ngayon yung mga clients na nakukuha natin 'no, yung mga students natin were doing internships online 'no. So, paano siya mata-translate pagka nagkaroon na ng face-to-face 'no. So, 'di ba parang hindi lang din school, hindi lang din estudyante yung kailangan mag-adapt, 'di ba? Even the human resource practice, no, the industry have also adapted, especially kasi nga this is something that we did not so din no na uh, you have to always have plans, no? So plan internet connection plans. Ay, po. Ayan, no? So, next slide po, Miss. Isa pa po. Yeah. So this is something that I've read no in the career development network journal no si Filer no he said that there are three stages of transition no. First is the long goodbye no, leaving the past behind. Okay. The messy middle is creating a new identity, and the new beginning is embracing that new identity. No? So these are kumbaga step-by-step process that we can, it's good to also take on um, for us to accept change. No? Kasi sometimes change happens no deliberately. Minsan out of the blue, eto na. No? But so it's also important that we take a step back and try to process no the circumstances that happen. So ito yung kanyang ano no stages. So the long goodbye, the messy middle, and the new beginning. Okay? Next slide po. Yeah, so this is a slide no that I got from one of the webinars that I attended no. Um, so why do not just the school, not just the students, no? Why does everybody have to invest in career development? no? So, um, medyo ano siya, no? Marami siyang elements because of the access to opportunities, no? Because of some changes, no, in the policy, di ba? Like ngayon, di ba, meron tayong no? So, yung kahapon nabanggit yung human figures, no, na movie, 'di ba? Women in STEM, no? Tapos of course, no, evidence-based tayo dapat, 'di ba? Um, yun yung natin, no? Tapos skills and employability, no? And ito, no, yung pandemic or sa ngayon, no, pandemic, but hindi natin alam what will happen in the next, no? Sabi nga kahapon, 'di ba, we've learned na we are in the brink of the fifth industrial revolution, no? So ano na naman yung future na mangyayari, no? What will now happen? So how do we prepare now our clients for that, di ba? Yeah. And then of course nandun yung happiness, no? Sometimes happiness or success, no? What are our measures of it? Okay? So paano nga ba? No? So this is a quote, no, from Buddha. Next slide, please. No? So, kumbaga, uh, to have that mindset lang, no? Preparing our clients for the future, have that mindset that what you think, you become, what you feel, you attract, what you imagine, you create. So that is how you prepare for your future. That is unknown, that is uncertain, maybe chaotic, complex, and full of chance events. But it doesn't mean that you will not be able to thrive in that future. You can, if only you will be willing to accept changes. And that ends my presentation. Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much, Miss Isai. Allow me to read the questions that we received. The first one: is chaos theory compatible with the attainment of decent work? That is the first question.
Yes, no. In naman, no, in kumbaga in chaos theory, it's more like talagang looking for opportunities, no, that you can kumbaga think of, no. Saan-saan ka pwede, no? So decent work is always naman our goal, 'di ba? Um, 'Di ba, hindi lang unemployment yung problem natin, no? So nagkakaroon din tayo ng issues with underemployment. And sometimes yung mga yung wages and no, 'di ba sa industry minsan sinasabi natin na hindi siya commensurate, no? So we always kumbaga ang goal natin always for the client is to find decent work, no? Um, yun yung yun yung parang ultimate bigger picture, no? So yes, no, you can use the chaos theory of career into leading and guiding our clients to find that decent work, na yung attainment of the decent work, no? Yun naman lagi tayo as a career counselor, as a career coach, yun naman at the back of our mind, yun naman yung gusto natin na ipa-realize dun sa client natin, no? Not to settle for less. Now, sometimes it is good for right now, but 'di ba, sabi natin, it will not become meaningful if it's something that we do out of obligation, out of certain standards, no? 'Di ba? Yung ikigai, yung passion natin, no? Um, ano siya eh, kumbaga, nagiging ano natin siya na hindi ka hindi ka magiging masaya, no, quote and quote, hindi ka magiging masaya or successful, no, hindi mo ma-reach yung measure mo ng success if you're not doing the things that you love, no, and it is not sustainable, no? So parang 'di ba minsan sabi nga hindi ka 'di ba naririnig natin, no, passion, 'di ka naman mapapakain ng passion mo eh. Pero you can find a way to marry, no, the passion and the sustainability, no, ng kung ano man yung goals mo or career goals na gusto mong marating, no. I don't know, no? It may work for some, it may not work for others, no? But for me, um, well, it worked for me, no? Um, right now, I'm doing something that I love, something that is passionate. It may not be sustainable financially, but well, because I can, ano, no, I can afford to do that because of my personal circumstances. No, I'm single. Wala naman akong, kumbaga, I only help a little, no, sa family expenses kasi I live with my brothers, no. So it might work for you, it might not work for you, but still, no, yung ultimate goal natin is to find, uh, basically this sustainable, no? And at the same time, doing something that is also what we love, no? Passion pa rin natin.
Thank you very much, Miss Isay. Allow me to read the next question. How can counselors and career practitioners be able to develop a mindset to practice chaos theory?
Okay. So tayo, no, yun, we can also examine our own lives, no? Um, kasi minsan nagiging stuck din tayo eh, no, na tayo din, no, as a counselor, minsan nakakalimutan natin na we also have to engage in self-reflections, no? Um, I recently attended a self-compassion webinar, no, a 6-day webinar. And I realized na I've been talking about self-care, self-compassion to my clients, but I tend na pala to forget to be kind to myself, no? So, ganun din tayo, no? As a counselor, we always, sabi nga, no, self-awareness, we have to also examine our lives and reflect on, no, our circumstances, no? We can use yung mga tools, no? Yung like yung narratives, lifeline, no? We can also use that, no? Baka nakakalimutan natin na pinapagamit lang natin to sa client, nalilimutan natin na pwede rin pala natin gamitin tong mga tools na to, no? Um, and that will also help us see and understand ano rin yung pinanggagalingan ng client natin. Why are they stuck? Why can't they accept the changes? Why can't they be open to, no, the opportunities, no? Sometimes ganon. It it's a good thing, no? If you look at ano, no, yung will robots take my job? Uh, it's a good thing, no, na it's less than 1%, no, yung possibility that the robots will take our job, no? If you try and ano, no, look for you go to the site, will robots take my job? It's a good thing that it's less than 1% that robots will take on our job as counselors. Pero hindi rin tayo dapat maging complacent, no? We can use our skills, no? Tayo as a counselor, marami tayong skills na pwedeng gamitin, no? Sometimes there are limitations because of course, no, yung law, minsan yung schools, no, where we work at, hindi pwedeng mag you know, tawag nito, mag consultancy or mag part-time, no? But it doesn't mean that you will stop looking for opportunities and opening your doors, no? And opening your hearts and your minds into the possibility. Kasi you'll never know. Baka wag naman sana, di ba? This might, there might come a time na you will face a circumstance and then you will have to redirect. So, having that mindset, having that attitude is to constantly examine your life and to realize na there might be, no? Sabi nga natin, no? Ako talaga, I'm still a planner, no? Talagang hindi ako nabubuhay na wala akong planner. But there is a planner, no? Na ang pangalan niya ay Design Your Life Planner, no? So, yung planner na 'to marami siyang mga, pakulo, no? May mga life goals, may mga financial goals, no? It's not just your day-to-day activities, no? It's also other aspects in your life. So, we also have to look at other aspects in our lives to realize na, meron pa pala akong puwedeng gawin. And if this happens, if these circumstances happens, no? Yung what if scenarios, then we take on the attitude na, this is something that I can do. This is something na pwede ko palang magawa or kaya ko palang gawin. Like right now, 'di ba? In the pandemic, 'di ba? We're used to, face to face, looking at our clients, 'di ba? Na nakikita natin yung kanyang mukha, no? Na pag umiiyak siya, we can lend a comforting hand, maaabutan natin ng tissue, no? May mga ganon, 'di ba? In face to face. But now in the pandemic, iba na ang counseling and the same pa rin, no, principles, but there are some changes, 'di ba? You cannot reach out na doon sa client mo, hindi mo na siya mahahawakan, hindi mo na maabutan ng tissue, hindi mo na sabing, "Okay, can I get you a water?" 'Di ba? Ngayon, you have to let the clients know, meron ka bang tissue at the side? Or, when they have distress, you always have to remind them, no? 'Di ba, pagka nagwe-webinar, pagka may mga sharing, 'di ba? This might be, distressing, ganyan-ganyan, so you have to take a mag-decompress muna, no? O sometimes, 'di ba, nagka-counseling ka, umiiyak yung client mo, tapos biglang walang internet. So, ano kayang gagawin mo, no? 'Di ba? So, yun yung mga challenges natin ngayon, no? That we have to be prepared, no? So, if we do not take the mindset of chaos theory of opening ourselves to the opportunity, mai-stuck na tayo sa, anong gagawin ko? Walang internet bahala na, di ba? So, yun yung no. So, we really have to constantly reinvent, no? Kumbaga, wag nating hayaan na si client lang yung nagde-develop, no? Tayo din dapat i-develop din tayo. So, we find time to also enhance not just our counseling skills. Marami tayong pwedeng gawin, no? So, di ba? May mga plantita, may mga nagluluto, nag-online business. So, kaya natin siyang gawin, no? We can also do that.
Thank you so much, Miss Isay.
Thank you po. May nabasa ang comment, sabi ni Miss Faz, pwede daw ba yung plantamad? I read lang sa t-shirt, no? Sabi niya, di bali ng tamad, di man ako pagod. No? So, bala na kayo to take your own perspective dun sa quotation na yun. No?
Thank you so much and see you at our next session.